कोई आ गया है, बोल रहा है कोई कुछ।
Himmat, let me know when we have the quorum and we can start.
No, sir, we'll start in a minute.
Okay.
So we may start.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of General Mills, Yugma welcomes you all to this pre-placement talk today. And thank you for the interest in this opportunity. I shall take you through the company in terms of the background about the company, as well as more specifically about the company in India and the opportunity that we are currently here to discuss. Right. So to start with an introduction to myself, my name is Vivek Mathur and I represent Yugma. I have been in the retail and e-commerce space for a long time with organizations like Shoppers Stop and Technopack, and I've worked with a lot of clients in a consulting role, including the Aditya Birla Group, ITC, various other clients around the world. I am an engineer from IIT BHU and have done my MBA from FMS Delhi. So quick look at General Mills. is among the leaders in the global food space with over 40,000 employees and over 20 billion in revenue annually. And it is among the Fortune 100 companies. General Mills operates, General Mills operates in over 100 countries across 6 continents around the world. So it is a global company in every sense of the word, headquartered in Minneapolis. Are you able to see the next slide, Hemant?
So pardon?
Are you able to see the next slide or just 1 second? Just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So General Mills is a 150-year-old company and also operates around 150. In terms of our purpose for the reason for existing for General Mills, we believe that food makes everyone and everything better, and it brings joy and nourishes us and connects people around the world. So the purpose, as stated, is we serve the world by making food people love, right? And this is founded on certain core principles, putting people first, building a culture of creating, making food with passion, earning people's trust across our employees, customers, and other stakeholders. Treat the world with care, being environmentally conscious and socially responsible, right? Our values are do the right thing all the time, win together, continuously innovate, and champion belonging. So these are some of the principles which are very core to the existence and being of General Mills. Let's take a look at the global business, how it is organized. So the global organization, of course, being a North American centric headquartered company, the North American operation is the largest one. And that is the oldest operation. And over the last several years, now there has been the emergence of a very strong international organization as well. And then the third division is the pet foods division. All of these businesses are supported by certain common capabilities and functions. So in terms of strategy, e-commerce, and revenue management, these are global capabilities which are shared across the various divisions around the world. And these are manifest through various functions like marketing, supply chain, finance, legal, HR, etc., which are common practices and common functions shared across the various business divisions. Let's take a closer look at international. So the international, the international division currently comprises EU and Australia, Brazil, China, and what is called GEMS, which stands for Global Emerging Markets. These global emerging markets currently comprise India, South Korea, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and what are called TIMA, which are the distributor markets, right? These are smaller markets which are currently part of this, which are currently grouped together. General Mills has a very strong heritage of innovation and brand building with leading global brands. Many of these you would have heard of, some perhaps not. Pillsbury, I'm sure most of you would have heard of Pillsbury Atta, if not some of the other products which are under this brand. Häagen-Dazs, again, is a very much loved globally ice cream brand, very premium brand. Cheerios, El Paso, Nature Valley. Nature Valley is again a brand which is prominent in its category in India. And some of the other brands, Betty Crocker, very strong brand in the baking segment. and Annie's and Blue, which are other international brands which are being taken global now. Taking a look at the global emerging markets. So, as mentioned earlier, it comprises Hong Kong and Taiwan, India, South Korea, and other distributor markets, which are various markets in Latin America and other markets in Southeast Asia, and some in Eastern Europe. Right now, these markets are spread across 7 time zones, comprise around 85 countries, 20 plus languages, 23 locations, very large number of nationalities, and around 3,000 employees across all of these markets. So these are just representing the current global footprint of the company, and consequently the opportunities that arise out of these for, of course, the company, but also its people. In terms of innovation centers, there are these are the centers where constant development of new products and new ways of marketing, new usages and product variants are being developed. Of course, at the headquarters in the US, but besides that, there is a strong innovation coming out of Europe, as well as in various parts of Asia, including Shanghai and Mumbai. So fact that there is an innovation center in Mumbai, which is actively working on various aspects, including localization of products, signifies the importance that India holds for the country. I'll quickly share a bit of the vision for India, which is aligned with the global vision. Being in India is to be a profitable growth driver for General Mills. Our growth comes from a portfolio of consumer first brands, some of which I have spoken about. You can see here some of the leading brands in the portfolio. Expansion of geographical reach. So that is something which is currently happening as we speak, in terms of expanding our footprint around various markets across the country. Fund our future through margin mix management, which entails launching new products and managing various channels to ensure that the required margin is delivered to ensure the company's profitability, because as mentioned, profitable growth is really very core to the vision of the company. Win with the mind of a multinational and heart of a startup. And this is something which is again very key. As you can see, it is a Fortune 100 company, very large business around the world. But at the same time, it in the local markets it operates with the heart of a startup, in terms of agility, in terms of focus on the customers, in terms of focus on its channels, and of course focus on developing its people. Let's look at the core product portfolio currently in India. So Atta was the first product which, and probably the most well-known product in the range as far as Pillsbury is concerned. And over the last few years, of course, many variants have been launched in this. Then there is the ready-to-cook range, ready-to-cook, ready-to-eat range, which comprises bake mixes, pancake mix, cake mixes, and chocolate fudge. Then there is the granola bars, ready-to-eat spreads. Then there is the frozen range for frozen for retail and B2B, which comprises the ice creams and the frozen chapatis and rotis. And there you can see some aspects of the India localization at play. So there are tawa chapatis and microwavable rotis. You also see the roasted rava suji, which is very popular in various parts of the country for used in various local dishes. And of course the chakki atta, which is a very Indian thing. And Then you have the B2B baking mixes, which is really what are the core products which are sold to bakeries, right? So cake mixes and whipped cream, right? So that was the product portfolio. In terms of the footprint in India for manufacturing and sales, there are multiple manufacturing facilities, as you can see, in Ghaziabad, Mathura, Baroda, Nashik, Khopoli, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Devas, Kolkata. So pretty much spread across the country. Given the nature of the product and the requirement to service the trade channels in a very responsive manner, that is why you see there are multiple facilities spread across all geographical regions to ensure that they are able to service the market, the regional markets with a very high service levels. Right, so 25 state presence in 25 states to 25 cities across India with a 200 members strong sales team, 300 plus distributors for the bakery segment, and 120 distributors for the retail trade segment. Very strong presence across all geographical regions, as I mentioned. The focus is on the metro cities. So to a large extent, as we speak, the focus is on the larger cities, but over the next few years, this focus shall enhance to increase the tier 2 and tier 3 cities as we go. Presence in traditional and modern stores. So traditional stores are your regular Kirana and Kirana Plus stores. Modern format stores will include the hypermarkets, supermarkets, convenience stores, and of course, the emerging e-commerce channels, including the likes of Big Basket, as well as the quick commerce players like Zepto, Instamart, Blinkit, etc. So we have a fairly strong presence in each of these markets. What sets General Mills apart? So as I touched upon earlier, the mind of a multinational and heart of a startup. And how does that manifest itself? So that in terms of the things which happen day to day, you might ask, how does that manifest? So more risk taking encouraged, more innovation. And I think these two go hand in hand. You cannot have innovation unless there is a culture of encouraging risk taking. More visibility to leadership. While it is a very large global organization, in the local markets, there is a fairly, like even in India, it is a fairly small team which is running this business. And therefore, you have the opportunity to access leadership far more probably than most larger organizations. Fast track career. Tapping into global scale, not just in terms of the products and brands, but also in terms of practices, right? So whether it is practices related to supply chain or technology and all of those, the Indian organization has the ability to access all of that. Building global careers, of course, there is the opportunity at certain levels to move into other markets around the world. Cross-functional movements, given that it is a fairly small team, one is exposed to various multiple functions across the organization, and a strong ecosystem comprising the distributors, associates, and the trade, right? So that is really what some of the things which make General Mills different. A culture of belonging. So very strong focus on engagement of associates at all levels and across all geographies, various events and cultural initiatives. And
purpose, people, planet. Yes, we are called General Mills. But what we create is really special. Working with heart is our core ingredient. But ever wonder what we're working towards? Yeah, all that. But the truth is, we're working towards you. Because when you're at your best, so is General Mills. We have more than 30,000 employees around the world.
Wow.
But only you can be you. We're not just one of the world's biggest names in the food industry.
Humble brag.
We're definitely not all about hierarchies either. Because our leaders work, learn and grow with you.
It's true.
Yes, we are driven by a purpose. To make food that delights every human and their pets. Using actions that make a positive difference in our communities and for our planet. And creating a cultural recipe that lets you be you.
Oh, nice touch.
Because it takes each one of you, every kind of you, to create the signature dish we call General Mills. One of the largest food companies in the world, making food the world loves. And we're hungry for what's next. Are you?
Great. So moving on, now I also spoke about environmental consciousness and social responsibility being very core to General Mills in all the markets it operates in, including in India. Here are some of the pillars of General Mills social responsibility: focus on increasing food security, regenerating ecosystems, and strengthening communities in which it operates in, right? So standing for the planet and standing for people through events, working with local families, volunteer initiatives for various employees across the companies. With a very, very high percentage of employees volunteer regularly on these initiatives. And the geographies currently focusing on are Mumbai, Nasik, and MP. These are the areas where currently a lot of the CSR programs are focused on.
All across Asia, Africa, and Latin America, General Mills and our employees are making a powerful difference to ensure that our communities and the environment we depend on can flourish for generations to come. In Brazil, our partnership with Instituto Melhores Dias has made an impact on the lives of school children by providing nourishing school meals, gardens, and wellness programs, while our support of Imaflora will help Brazilian farmers to grow their crops in ways that are good for them and the planet. In India, we support the World Food Programme to reduce childhood malnutrition because we know school meals are one of the best ways to ensure children have a healthy start to life. And we've expanded our partnership to now impact preschool children in rural China so that they will learn and thrive. Through our partnerships with CARE in West Africa and Positive Planet in Madagascar, we improve the livelihoods of the smallholder farmers who grow the cocoa and vanilla we use in our products and care for the earth that we depend on. General Mills invests in the Global Food Banking Network to establish and strengthen food banks across India, Brazil, China, Mexico, Hong Kong, and Singapore, so that perfectly good surplus food can be donated to charities that feed hungry people, not landfills. We are making a meaningful difference by donating our time and food expertise to improve African food systems through Partners in Food Solutions. And when natural disasters strike our communities, from hurricanes in Puerto Rico to the earthquake in Mexico City, General Mills is there to help recover and rebuild. From Sao Paulo to Shanghai, Mumbai to Mexico City, our volunteers make their communities a better place. General Mills' 83% employee volunteerism rate speaks volumes about the heartbeat of our company, our people. Together, we are a force for good. We are General Mills.
Right. Now coming to the role that we are currently recruiting for. So the position that we are looking for is a sales trainee, and there are opportunities across 10 cities across the country. The department is bakery products, then that should be products and not reports. So the bakery products includes the cake mixes, bakery mixes, whipping cream, etc. So very and of course, yeah. So there's a range of course in the slide you did not see the entire product range, but there is a range of products which is included in bakery, and this role has you can read through the purpose of this role where the candidates are expected to develop foundational sales skills, product knowledge, and learn about sales processes to function independently for the assigned territories and sales accounts. This role will report into the area sales manager, and successful sales trainees will achieve this through a combination of training interventions, solid on-the-job training, under the guidance of experienced sales officers or ASMs, right? The ultimate objective of the sales trainee role is to be assigned independent responsibility to manage customer acquisition, customer service, and distributor management for a particular territory and help the company meet its revenue goals and sales priorities. So the core purposes of this role are: one, to manage customer acquisition; second, customer service and distributor management; third, administration, including sales reporting; and fourth, since this is a trainee role, attending various participating and attending in various training programs, both classroom training, virtual, as well as on the job. So to help build and enhance the skills required for the various functions, right? So this is what the role is. You can read through this for a bit. In terms of the principal accountabilities for this role, and this is a bit more detail from the earlier slide. I'll leave you to read through it. I think you can then subsequently have any questions that you have. Right, I hope all of you have read this and it is clear. You can let me know if you have any questions on this. In terms of the competencies that we are looking for this role, since this is a field role and in a sales organization, very clear requirement of action and results orientation, communication skills, interpersonal skills, since these are customer-facing roles, problem-solving and analytical skills, which are required for most roles currently, but here because we are looking at enhancing the market and developing, acquiring new customers. Savvy, street smart, and team player. In terms of the competencies, they're looking for people who enjoy working in a fast-paced and demanding environment, hardworking, self-motivated, and result-oriented, drive for innovation, and enjoys challenges. These are some of the competencies that are required for this role. In terms of the selection process, after this PPT, you will be informed about schedule for a virtual assessment, which will be conducted by Yugma. Then there will be a group discussion and personal interviews, which will also be conducted by Yugma. And then a final interview and selection by General Mills, which will be conducted virtually. The schedule for this will be intimated after each step. Okay, so now we are open to questions. In terms of the compensation for this position, before we come to the questions, the CTC will be 6.5 lakhs, which will include 1 lakh joining and retention bonus, of which 50,000 will be, this will be paid in 2 tranches of 50,000 each. Sales traineeship will be for a period of 1 year, and there will be a probation period of 6 months, right? And post the successful completion of the training, the candidates will be designated as territory sales officers for the 2nd year. And yeah, I think that's really the background. Now, any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, so here are the details of the remuneration that I spoke about. Any questions so far? Hemant, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sir, is it possible to apply for finance and marketing students? I'm in dual specialization.
Sorry, your voice is not very clear at all. Could you repeat that, please?
Sir, is it possible to apply for finance and marketing students? Dual specialization, marketing and finance.
Right. Yeah, I think that should be possible. Hemant, is there any issue with that?
So we would need only marketing students in case they have major in marketing, that would be fine. And if they have dual
Yeah,
specialization, even that would be fine.
So
but
as long as marketing is, sorry?
dual specialization is fine, right, sir?
Can you come again?
Dual specialization is fine, right, sir?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
as long as marketing is included in the in your focus areas.
Hi, sir. My
Right.
question is, how much will be the fixed component?
The fixed component will be the details of the CTC in terms of the breakup that will be shared with you subsequent to the process as you know as you go through the process. That will be the details in terms of each of the elements of the CTC. Those details shall be shared with you subsequently. But as far as the fixed part is concerned, this is a I mean, so there is a fixed part and there are incentives, right? So the incentives are uh, the incentives will be after the 6 months. So in the first 6 months, it will be entirely a fixed compensation.
So how much will we get during the probation?
It'll be so there will be a 6.5 lakh annual, out of which 1 lakh will be the retention bonus, which will be paid in two tranches as discussed. So 5.5 will be excluding the bonus, and out of that, uh, that will be broken up into various components. So of course, subject to certain taxabilities as well as there'll be a so that the details of that will be shared with you subsequently.
Okay, okay, sir.
Any other questions? Hemant, are we having any other questions?
No, sir, I don't think there are any questions. It's just that today, by the end of the day, the eligible students will be assigned the assessments, and the deadline for the same would be tomorrow, end of day.
Okay, so assessments will be assigned by today end of day, and the submission of that will be by tomorrow, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
In case we don't have any questions, we may conclude, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for attending this PPT, and we look forward to interacting with each of you, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.